There was a time when Nairobi's industrial area pulsed with the roar of machinery, not just the endless hum of traffic. The air was thick with the sounds of progress, metal clanging, engines whirring, and the steady rhythm of work shaping the city's future. In the 70s and 80s, thousands of workers streamed in each morning, building careers and futures in factories like East Africa Industries and Firestone. These were not just jobs, they were stepping stones to a better life, and the pride of being part of something bigger than oneself was palpable. The smoke from chimneys was seen as progress, a sign of a nation making its own goods. Each plume was a symbol of hope, a visible marker of Kenya's ambition to stand on its own feet and provide for its people. Inside, men and women worked side by side, producing everything from cooking fats to car batteries. The factory floor was a place of camaraderie, where skills were passed down and friendships forged over shared shifts and common goals. Kenyan homes were filled with locally made products: Kikomi blankets, Calaworks sufurias, Bata shoes, Tusker lager. These goods were woven into daily life, a testament to the country's ability to provide for itself and its people. Made in Kenya was a badge of pride, not just a slogan. It meant quality, reliability, and a sense of belonging to a nation that was building its own destiny. Factory jobs offered stability, steady wages, benefits, and a path to the middle class. For many families, these jobs opened doors to education, home ownership, and a brighter future for their children. This prosperity rippled outward, supporting shopkeepers, mechanics, and small businesses that thrived on the spending power of factory workers. Landlords, farmers, and market vendors all benefited as the industrial heartbeat of Nairobi pumped life into the wider economy. The industrial area was the engine of aspiration, powering dreams across the city. It was a place where hard work could transform lives and where the city's hopes were forged in steel and sweat. Today that hum is gone. The factories stand, but their purpose has changed. The silence is heavy, echoing with memories of what once was. Gates that once welcomed thousands now open for a handful of guards and logistics staff. The sense of community and shared purpose has faded, replaced by uncertainty and nostalgia. The story of this place is the story of a promise deferred, a shift from making things to moving things, with consequences for us all. The factories that once built Kenya's future now serve as warehouses for goods made elsewhere. It's a memory of what Kenya once built and what it lost, a reminder of the dreams that powered a city and the silence that followed when those dreams faded. Kenya's post-independence industrial boom was no accident. It was built on deliberate government policy. Leaders embraced import substitution industrialization, make goods locally, not import them. High tariffs and import controls protected young industries, giving them room to grow. Parastatals and joint ventures provided financing and support, while multinationals were required to manufacture locally and employ Kenyans. This partnership between state and private sector created jobs, skills, and supply chains. The goal was clear: transform Kenya from an exporter of raw commodities to a modern, diversified economy. The system wasn't perfect, but for a time, it worked. Factories flourished, and a generation prospered. It was a period of national vision and industrial pride. In the 1990s, global pressure forced Kenya to abandon its protective economic policies. The World Bank and IMF pushed for liberalization, tearing down tariffs and import controls. Suddenly, Kenyan shelves filled with cheap imports, and local factories faced fierce competition. Many were unprepared, outdated machinery, higher costs, and little experience with global rivals. The theory promised efficiency, the reality was brutal. Factories closed, jobs vanished, and decades of progress were threatened. The protected market disappeared overnight. For workers, liberalization wasn't just policy, it was a direct threat to their livelihoods. The winds of change swept through industrial area, uprooting stability. Kenya's industrial foundation was shaken to its core. Even global giants like Procter & Gamble and SmithKline Beecham couldn't withstand the new economic climate. High costs made local manufacturing unviable. It became cheaper to import finished goods and focus on distribution. Factories closed, jobs disappeared, and the ecosystem of suppliers and service providers collapsed. The textile industry was decimated by cheap second-hand clothing. Vehicle assembly shrank as used imports flooded in. Electronics, food processing, household goods all suffered the same fate. The grand factories became silent monuments to a lost era. The rules had changed, and even the best-managed companies couldn't survive. Kenya's industrial giants fell, not from mismanagement, but from a global shift they couldn't control. Today, Nairobi's industrial area is dominated by warehouses, not factories. The landscape has changed dramatically over the years, with sprawling storage facilities now defining the skyline where smokestacks and factory roofs once stood. The main business is logistics, storing and moving imported goods, not making them. Warehouses bustle with activity as goods arrive from ports and are sorted for distribution, but the hum of production lines is gone. Trucks and containers have replaced assembly lines as the area's lifeblood. The constant movement of vehicles signals a new kind of industry, one focused on transit rather than transformation. The old factories offered skilled, stable jobs with career paths and benefits. Workers could learn trades, develop expertise, and build futures for their families. Now, most work is manual, casual, and insecure, loading and unloading, with little chance for advancement. Many laborers are hired by the day with no long-term security or training. The culture of craftsmanship and expertise has faded. The pride that came from building something tangible has been replaced by the routine of moving goods. The ladder of opportunity has been dismantled. For many, the dream of upward mobility through industry has become a memory. Manufacturing once created value and supported a web of related industries. It fostered innovation, entrepreneurship, and a sense of community among workers and business owners alike. The warehouse economy is extractive, profiting from movement but adding little value. Goods pass through, but few are made or improved here. This shift is a visible symbol of Kenya's transformation, from a nation of makers to a nation of middlemen. The change is evident in the faces of workers and the silence of once busy factories. The economic core has been hollowed out. What remains is a shell of the vibrant industrial hub that once powered Nairobi's growth. Logistics and trade are vital, but they can't replace the power of manufacturing. True prosperity comes from making, not just moving, and from building skills that last. The go-downs stand as reminders of what was lost. They are silent witnesses to a time when industry meant more than storage. The heart of industrial area beats to a different, quieter rhythm. Its story is one of change, resilience, and the hope that one day, the spirit of making may return. The decline of manufacturing was a social tragedy, not just an economic one. Stable factory jobs vanished, taking with them steady incomes, benefits, and dreams of middle-class security. Skilled workers found their expertise obsolete, forced into precarious, low-paying jobs in the informal sector. Families struggled to pay school fees and mortgages, dignity and status eroded. The rise of casual labor created a new class of working poor, trapped in cycles of poverty. The clear path from education to stable employment disappeared. Young people faced shrinking opportunities and growing uncertainty. The dream of a better life faded for a generation. The shift from manufacturing shrank Kenya's middle class and deepened inequality. The informal sector exploded, becoming the default safety net for millions. Informal work is resilient but precarious. No protections, no security, constant risk. The social contract between citizens and the state weakened as jobs disappeared. Trust in government eroded, replaced by cynicism and frustration. National pride in "Made in Kenya" faded, replaced by a culture of consumption. We became experts in foreign brands but lost confidence in our own abilities. The psychological cost is real. Our sense of agency and destiny diminished. The price of this transformation goes far beyond economics. Rebuilding Kenya's manufacturing sector requires more than nostalgia for the past. It demands a bold, practical strategy that addresses today's unique challenges and opportunities. We must look forward, not backward, and craft solutions that fit our current realities. First, we must tackle high energy costs head-on. Affordable, reliable power is the backbone of any thriving industry. Without it, factories can't compete, jobs are lost, and growth stalls. Investing in diverse energy sources, from renewables to modernizing the grid, is essential. Second, reforming finance is crucial. Manufacturers need access to long-term, patient capital, funding that supports innovation and expansion, not just short-term loans that barely cover immediate needs. Financial institutions must be partners in growth. Third, invest in people. Modern skills, technical training, and a culture of innovation are the foundation of a competitive workforce. We must empower young Kenyans with the tools and knowledge to drive the sector forward, link universities and research institutions directly to industry, and provide real funding for research and development. This will spark new ideas, products, and processes that keep Kenyan manufacturing ahead. The state must act as a smart facilitator, fighting corruption, streamlining bureaucracy, and ensuring fair, transparent regulation. Government should enable, not hinder, industrial growth. Adopt a strategic trade policy that defends local industries from unfair competition while still playing by global rules. We must open doors for exports and protect our markets from dumping. We can't return to old protectionism, but we can carve out space for Kenyan industry to grow and thrive in a competitive world. Industrial revival demands vision, discipline, and above all, political will. Leaders must commit to long-term progress, not just short-term gains. The future of Kenyan manufacturing depends on action, not just hope. It's time to build, innovate, and believe in our potential. As we reflect on Kenya's industrial journey, the path forward is daunting but vital. The shift from making to moving goods left us vulnerable, dependent on imports, with precarious jobs and lost value creation. Reviving manufacturing is about sovereignty, resilience, and dignity for our youth. It's about building an economy that can withstand shocks and shape its own destiny. The task is immense, demanding long-term vision and collective will. Are we content to be a nation of traders, or do we have the courage to build again? The answer will define Kenya's future in the 21st century.